One more match remaining. It's the grand final of the ESWC qualifiers. We have oNio and Kappa advancing from the winner bracket, and then Scrapie and JaviFlyer, of course, advancing from the loser bracket. We have one more warm-up round before starting this grand final. The first map will be Unstoppable. The author here is MD Point, and the world record is by JaviFlyer himself at 104.27. And JaviFlyer did extremely well on this track in the consolidation final, which was just played. So we'll see if he can ride on that momentum and maybe get a good start to this grand final. Taking a brief look at the Daddy as well, we see that Scrapie is at top 5, oNio at top 11, and Kappa is not in the Daddy. For this grand final, the point limit is again raised to 120, and also oNio and Kappa will get bonus points by getting here from the winner bracket. oNio, who took first place in the winner bracket final, will get 10 bonus points, while Kappa, who took second, will get 6 bonus points. And those will be added now by the admin Sky, who also made these fantastic stream graphics. So a big shout out to him. Also, there is a French stream of this grand final by Orcs TV. Find them at twitch.tv/orcstv. And we are live into the grand final of the ESWC Qualifier 1, the World Qualifier 1. oNio, Kappa, JaviFlyer and Scrapie are the 4 players, and we are following Scrapie currently, who will get the worst start, but passes oNio at least, who is having a bit of problem at this part of the track. oNio, who is from Germany and plays for Mouseport. We also have 2 players from Planet Heat Dynamics, Scrapie and JaviFlyer. JaviFlyer from Spain, Scrapie from Belgium. And then finally we got Kappa, who plays for M&M Gaming and is from Czech Republic. And he's gonna lose a bit of ground, goes down to 4th place. Scrapie goes up to 1st place in front of his teammate JaviFlyer. Kappa, small bump, oNio can pass him. Let's follow Scrapie as he's about to win this first round. It's a long stretch leading up to the finish line. And he will take first. 104.71. 700 set of JaviFlyer, 1300 set of Kappa, and oNio seems to have made a late mistake since he's over 3 seconds behind. Starting the second one. So oNio still at first place thanks to those 10 bonus points. Then Scrapie and Kappa tied with 10 points each, and JaviFlyer with 6. The bonus points, they don't really matter too much, I would say. It's of course much bigger advantage if you need to win 2 matches in a row, which would be a normal way of doing a double elimination format. But since this is a pretty unique one where you play 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1, it doesn't really work that way, so we use bonus points instead as oNio goes down. Not a good start at all for oNio, who dominated through this tournament. Won every single match, and in a winner bracket final especially, he did extremely well. And deservingly took first place. JaviFlyer at first right now. In close pursuit is Kappa, who is gaining on him. But I believe JaviFlyer should have enough speed to stay in front, and I am correct. 104.51 by JaviFlyer, 2400s behind his own world record. Amazing stuff there from JaviFlyer. Also a good time from Kappa with 0.58, and also Scrapie under 105. And that's gonna put the scoreboard as such. JaviFlyer with 16 points, Kappa with 16 points, oNio with 16 points, and Scrapie with 14 points. Could not be much closer as we begin the 3rd round. We play 5 rounds on each map. It's a decent start from all 4 players. JaviFlyer though is gonna go down to 4th place after a bad drop, but comes back since he built up more speed. He will advance to second place as well. oNio keeping first at the moment. But all 4 players still in it. Not anymore though. Scrapie goes down. Went too close to the wall. As we see JaviFlyer continuing to extend his lead now. 1100s ahead of Kappa. As we go over the jump. Good landing from all of them. But JaviFlyer should be able to get this one. As he goes too wide in that tight passage. So he's gonna go and clip the wall. And oNio will instead take first place with a time of 104.63. Kappa, 300s behind, will be rewarded with 6 points. And that's not the first time we see JaviFlyer losing a solid lead. We saw it throughout this whole tournament. So perhaps that is his weakness as we start the 4th round. oNio with 26, Kappa with 22, JaviFlyer with 20, and Scrapie with 17 points. And again, it's JaviFlyer with the best start. Top 2 will qualify to the main event taking place in Paris, France in October this year. You already know the first 8 players. It's called Junior, the defending champion. And in addition, we also got Spam, Coons, Massa, Raisons, Saber, Tween, who took second, Royal, and Wally. We will have another world qualifier next Sunday, and then also French and Norwegian qualifiers will take place. Meanwhile, we see that oNio has gained the lead. JaviFlyer has dropped down to 3rd. Scrapie though is challenging oNio now for first place, and here comes JaviFlyer as well, but he shouldn't have as much speed. Oh, oNio lost his grip there, and he's almost lost his second place as well. JaviFlyer with a good finish, but not able to pass oNio, who will take second behind Scrapie at first place. Good round, 0.45 and then 0.50 by both oNio and JaviFlyer. So that puts the score at 32 for oNio, 27 for Scrapie, 25 for Kappa, and 24 by JaviFlyer. As we go live into the 5th and final round of this first map, Unstoppable, made by MD Point. This time it's Kappa who is the fastest through the first couple of corners. We also see that JaviFlyer has fallen down a lot. He's 5600s behind Kappa. And then in the middle is Scrapie and oNio fighting for second place at the moment because they are pretty far behind Kappa. There's a downhill, important to keep your grip. Kappa continues to get closer to the finish. He's extending his lead as well, 2800s ahead. Avoids going too wide to hit the wall like JaviFlyer did. And Kappa with a really good performance. This is gonna be a great time. 0.40, top 9 Dedimania by Kappa in the grand final. That is impressive. So he's gonna get 10 points, and with that goes up to second at 35. Still behind oNio though, who thanks to those bonus points is in the lead with 38. And I guess, yeah, Kappa is also, thanks to the bonus points, at second place. Scrapie at 31 and JaviFlyer at 27. Moving on to the second map. This time it's called Matangi. The author is Loku Buddha, and the world record is by Scrapie, 1 minute and 36 hundredths. So see if Scrapie can do well on this track as we start another warm-up round. And we see some overview images of the map. Again, all these graphics made by Sky. As always, a look at the Dedi before we start. And we see that all other players are far behind Scrapie. Actually, only JaviFlyer is in the Dedi together with Scrapie. He's at top 18 with 0.76. So he's half a second behind Scrapie's fastest time. That is pretty significant. So no Dedis here from oNio or Kappa, but they are most definitely prepared on this track. They just haven't set a time online. And also this track got a pretty interesting ending. We see it here. Scrapie did not go for the wall hit. That is possible. And is faster as well. However, it is also pretty random. So you kind of want to take it only in special occasions. When you could maybe pass a player. So we'll see if we are going to see any of that as we are starting the second map. Matangi by Loco Buddha. oNio in the lead with 38 points ahead of Kappa. Scrapie at third and JaviFlyer at fourth place. And let's follow oNio as we start the first round. And he gets a pretty awful start. Falls down all the way to fourth place. Now goes up to third with Scrapie also struggling initially. JaviFlyer goes up in the lead, and the Kappa got a no drift by the looks of it, so he is down to fourth place. Both Scrapie and oNio will pass him. Let's follow JaviFlyer now, again with the best start. 1700s in front of Scrapie now. Here's an important turn, and JaviFlyer not able to make past it. It's pretty tricky as well, because you don't have much room to get a good drift through that corner, and then you also got to make sure that you build up a lot of speed. As we're near the ending, Scrapie is now in the lead with 900s. oNio can sometimes go for the wall hit, and he will, and he almost is able to pass Scrapie, but Scrapie comes back with more speed and will defeat oNio with 500ths of a second. But oNio still in the lead though with 44, Scrapie at 41 now. Gaining on oNio. Then we got Kappa with 38 and JaviFlyer with 31. And we are playing to 120. So still a lot of points to be played for. Third round? No, never mind. It's second round, of course. Following oNio, who is in the middle of the pack. You got JaviFlyer and Kappa in front of him. Scrapie with another slow start. Good speed by oNio over that stretch. Puts him back at the top. This is impossible to call. It's such a close pack of players. 900s between all four of them. Who's gonna build up the most amount of speed here? I think it was oNio, so he's gonna go up to third place. And now even to second. Great finish from oNio. Can he even take first? Will he go for the wall hit also? That is the questions I have, and let's find out what will happen. oNio will go for the wall hit, and he will take first. 0.78, Scrapie with 0.82, JaviFlyer with 0.87, and Kappa with 0.91. 1300s between all four players, all of them under 101. Super sick round, and it's clear that these players deserve to be in this grand final. oNio now up to 54 points, Scrapie with 47, Kappa with 41, and JaviFlyer with 35. Live into the third round. Slow start again for oNio, but we've seen that doesn't really matter. His finishes are outstanding. 1200s only. That's not too much. Okay, that's not too good though. Not enough speed. Let's take a look at the top. Scrapie now with first place ahead of his teammate JaviFlyer. Who's catching up rapidly to his teammate. Scrapie though still in front with 300ths of a second. Kappa not too far behind either. oNio has lost a bit more ground, so he's not going to win this one. Will allow the other ones to catch up. Looks like it's gonna be Scrapie who wins this round. He's not going to go for the wall hit. Kappa will. No, JaviFlyer I think. But neither of those will catch up to Scrapie, who stays in front and sets a really good time again. 0.56. JaviFlyer and Kappa also with good times. 0.61 and 0.67. The level is very high in this grand final at the moment. Scrapie now tied up with oNio. oNio 57 points each. Kappa at 45 and JaviFlyer at 41. oNio with a bump from the border. The classic. And he's gonna be behind with 8200s. So potentially losing his first place, most likely to Scrapie. Well, that's the only option actually, and he's at first place in this round. JaviFlyer at second and Kappa at third. And it seems like Scrapie is building up on that lead. See this turn. Oh no, he's gonna clip the wall. Scrapie taking too big of a risk. JaviFlyer and Kappa instead going up to first and second, fighting for first place. Kappa gaining on JaviFlyer now. The ending will decide it. Who's gonna get the 10 points? JaviFlyer or Kappa? Kappa goes for the wall hit, and that was a very, very smart decision by Kappa. JaviFlyer saved it when he could not afford that. So Kappa with 0.62 takes the 10 points up to 55 points now. Only 5 points behind oNio and 6 points behind Scrapie. And JaviFlyer is not too far behind either. This is a really close grand final so far. Are we in for a finalist times 4 moment? Could happen. Oh yeah, JaviFlyer goes down. Otherwise a good start from him, but now doesn't look too good. Instead it's oNio in the lead. Trying to gain back his lead. Kappa going very close to the wall. Coming up to this decisive corner. Kappa with much more speed. Gonna overtake oNio. Scrapie at third, but it's too far behind. It's between Kappa and oNio this time for the 10 points. Will we see Kappa going for the wall hit again? Yes, he will. Oh, different approaches! Different approaches, and oNio does it better. 0.68 by oNio in front of Kappa with 100 of a second. We saw Kappa going maybe a bit too much to the left, trying to get the angle. It's easier to get that angle if you land more to the left, but also a bit slower since you take a longer path. So oNio with that finish up to 70 points as we see the end of the second map. Scrapie at 65, Kappa at 61 and JaviFlyer at 50 points. See what the third map will be. It's going to be Kass by Tween and Kappa. Scrapie with the world record here as well, 1:03.33. And this one is a very difficult track. We've seen it through the tournament. All players have struggled, and we are bound to see a lot of mistakes in every single round here. I think maybe once I saw a round where none of the 4 players crashed. So this is a really, really hard course. And the ending also you saw there, you can take a different finish line if you want. The right one is slightly faster, but you need enough speed to make it. JaviFlyer is at top 6 here with 1:03.50. Kuba is top 13, well he's not playing, but he's on the server I guess. Kappa is at top 17, 1:04.17. And oNio again absent. So a warm-up round. JaviFlyer will now drive through this end. If you have a big enough lead, then you will always want to take the left finish, but if not, then you want to go for the right one, and you need enough speed. And as you can see, there's a very, very small room for error, so you gotta be positive that you have enough speed to make it. All right. The end of the warm-up, and we are continuing this grand final of ESWC World Qualifier. The first one out of 2, with the next one taking place next Sunday, starting at the same time. Top 2, first and second place, will qualify to the main event, taking place in October in France, Paris. And who was that? Well, Scrapie going down, but his teammates, JaviFlyer though, with a much better start. This section is very difficult. You also need to have enough speed here to make that small jump. JaviFlyer will do so, and so will Kappa, who is in close pursuit. Then we have oNio at third place, but he is far, far behind, 1 second even. Scrapie is 5 seconds behind. He's made a huge crash. So it's looking to be between Kappa and JaviFlyer for the first place in this round. Kappa 2200s now behind JaviFlyer. So now JaviFlyer should have enough of a lead to go for the left finish. It's gonna be close though. Oh, it's gonna go to 3400s. This should definitely be a left finish for JaviFlyer, and he will also go for that, setting a time of 1 minute and 4 seconds. Kappa will take second, oNio at third, and Scrapie finishes at fourth. So with that, oNio at 74 points, Scrapie at 68, Kappa at 67, and JaviFlyer goes up to 60 points. Keeping it close. Alright, who will be the first player to crash this time? It's no one actually. Scrapie even... actually no, he didn't make the jump. Had to have a bit more speed. JaviFlyer clips the pillar. 2 players down, and also Kappa has lost a lot of speed, but oNio is actually on a super good pace. He's only 1200s behind the world record, so that explains why he's been able to build up such a big lead. oNio can with that go up to 84 points, puts him in an even better position. And oh wow, that was a bit unfortunate. Gets a big bump. And Kappa is now actually really close to him. oNio cannot go for the safe finish now. He needs to risk it. Can he pull it off? I think that should be enough. oNio will go for it, and he will make it. 104.18, 100 in front of Kappa. JaviFlyer taking third, and Scrapie at fourth place. But yeah, you really want to try to build up as much of a lead as possible so that you get those finalist attempts. The more, the merrier, so oNio is doing a good job of that. At the moment, he's not too far ahead though. Could definitely need more than that. This would only give him one more attempt at than the other players. So let's see what he can do. He seems to be... doing pretty well on this track so far, as JaviFlyer hits that pillar again. Scrapie and oNio fighting for first. Kappa has made a minor mistake. He's 30 behind. The same exact line there from oNio and Scrapie. Back and forth between them. Scrapie can go up to second place. But oNio is right now in front of him. That was a great turn from Scrapie, and all of a sudden he's now in front with 500s. oNio will have to try and pass him here in the end. This could go either way, and it is oNio who takes it. Slightly more speed than Scrapie in the end. And he will take it with 200s, another 10 points going oNio's way, up to 94 points now. Scrapie and Kappa tied for second with 77 points each, and JaviFlyer at 67, trailing a bit. As we start the fourth round out of 5. Oh, oNio stumbling. And another stumble before the drop. oNio is going to be far behind the others. It's JaviFlyer now in the lead. Oh, but not for long. Big mistake from JaviFlyer. Scrapie and Kappa taking over. And Kappa will take over first place from Scrapie. So, whoever wins this one will be the only player at second place. Can Scrapie make a comeback here? No, he's gonna lose additional time instead. Kappa on his way to secure 10 points. 1700 out of Scrapie should be enough to go for the left finish. And he does. Should be enough. Yes, he will. But not with much though. Only 300s. So it really requires the players to be aware of the checkpoints, especially, but also the players, since you play with cars on. But a good decision there from Kappa, who takes first place in front of Scrapie. oNio at 97 points, Kappa though only 10 points behind him. Then Scrapie at 83 and JaviFlyer at 71. Early mistake from JaviFlyer. Oh, and Scrapie comes to a complete stop before the jump. So yeah, as I mentioned, mistakes are pretty common. And we see another one from oNio. And that's gonna leave Kappa alone. And he can play on the result now, half a second in front. Avoids the border a bit more, as you can see. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks. Can also go for the left finish. oNio is definitely catching up, but still 4,200 behind. More than enough for Kappa to secure this point safely. 1:04.47. Kappa wins his second round in a row. And he is catching up to oNio very quickly. Still behind though, but only a few points between them. Scrapie is not happy. He's not happy about this track. Twin, one of the authors. Kappa though, also one of the authors, so he should maybe say FU Kappa as well. But that's gonna be the end of Cuss. I'm sure Scrapie is happy about that. And oh, what? What? Did oNio not finish that round? I guess he must have, yeah, he didn't finish it. So with that, Kappa will actually tie the score, 97 points each. Scrapie with 87 and JaviFlyer with 77. Huh. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for oNio. May put him on a tilt. We'll see. Or maybe he can still keep his focus. But anyway, we are moving on to the next map. This one is called Blizzard. The author is Sparko, and the world record is 59.838 by Massa, one of the invited players. And again, some overview images of this track. Not maybe as difficult as the previous one. But still, it is an ESWC track, so you better believe it that it's not easy to drive these tracks, especially not consistently. So what these 4 players are doing is actually extremely impressive. It's much harder than it looks. So warm-up round soon over. Let's take a brief look at the Deddy. Kappa is at top 4, 0.87. JaviFlyer top 5, 0.92. We got Scrapie at top 7. 1 minute 100, and then oNio at top 16, 1 minute and 800s. But I think Scrapie, didn't he set a top 6? No, he set a time under 1 minute on this track in the consolidation final, I'm pretty sure, but maybe it didn't update for some reason. Anyway, it's not really important. Alright, the end of the warm-up. Kappa and oNio tied for first place, Scrapie at 87 and JaviFlyer at 77. We are nearing the conclusion of this grand final. The points limit is set to 120. So we could see a couple of players reaching it on this map. Specifically Scrapie and oNio. Kappa goes down. I mean Kappa and oNio, not Scrapie. Alright, Scrapie with the early lead. 700s in front of oNio, good speed over the blue floor. Up on the road again, Scrapie looking to win this round. The other two, JaviFlyer and Kappa, miles away. This is between Scrapie and oNio for first place. Incredibly close battle right now. Up on the platform, oNio hits the edge as he exits the platform. That should give Scrapie the opportunity to close out this round. 2700s in front. Lands into the drift and will take the 10 points with a time of 1 minute 2600s. oNio still no trouble defending that second place. Kappa and JaviFlyer way too far behind. And with that, oNio will be alone at first place again at 103. Kappa at 101. Scrapie now at 97. And then JaviFlyer at 80. But I still feel like I can't count out JaviFlyer yet. He's been driving so good. And we all know his capacity, so yeah, don't want to count him out yet. But right now this is a battle between oNio, Kappa and Scrapie. And only 2 of them can qualify. What a start here from JaviFlyer, 100 of a second ahead of the world record. oNio with good speed as well, advancing to second place. Scrapie hits the pillar. Kappa at third. Just behind oNio, but pretty far behind JaviFlyer. So another good attempt here from JaviFlyer. Let's see though if he can go all the way, because he's been kind of struggling with that. He's had all these amazing starts and then he kind of flubs in the end. So let's see if he can pull it off now. 20 hundredths ahead. Oh, they are definitely closer now. JaviFlyer gets through that last corner. But I'm pretty sure he was kind of nervous there, trying to defend his position. But very, very important points for JaviFlyer, who is now up to 90. Scrapie at 100, Kappa at 105, and oNio at 109. Had he got one more point at least, then he could have reached finalists by winning this next round. But now he needs 2 more rounds, as he didn't have his grip in the downhill, but somehow did not lose too much time with that. So oNio a bit lucky. Still in the race. Ooh, Scrapie goes too wide. Didn't hit the first wall, but the second one he did. So he is down and out, 90 hundredths behind. Meanwhile, we see that oNio is up in the lead, but Kappa gaining on him. Also JaviFlyer. JaviFlyer would love to win this next round as well, to make this even closer. Oh, all players driving over the border, only Kappa getting the bump though. So now it's between oNio and JaviFlyer, with oNio having the lead with 600s, but we've seen players overtaking each other here in the end. It could definitely happen again, but not this time. oNio stays in front. 1 minute 17 hundredths, 10 hundredths faster than JaviFlyer, and then over 1 second in front of both Kappa and Scrapie. oNio 1 point away from being finalist. Kappa is at 109. Just like oNio was. So that means that oNio will get at least one attempt as finalist alone. He just need to finish this one. Oh, now he got punished for it. He did the same thing, lost his grip in a small downhill. Yeah, he just need to finish this one and he will be finalist as well. Kappa will try to win this round so that he only needs to finish the next one to be finalist as well. And right now, he's doing a good job of it in the lead. 400s in front of Scrapie and JaviFlyer both in close pursuit. Very close there that JaviFlyer would have crashed, but he's still in it at third place. Oh, but not anymore. oNio will pass him as well. Kappa looking to take first place. 700s in front of Scrapie. Here's the last turn for M&M Kappa, and he will make it through. 59.97 by Kappa. Incredible time. But still 1 point away from being finalist. We see now that oNio is finalist. Match point for oNio. If he wins, he will be in Paris, France in October to play for the World Championship title. Can he make it through? Let's find out. Gets a really good start this time. So a good start for oNio. He knows what he needs to do. We saw what Kappa did in the previous round. oNio needs to at least set a low 1 minute time here to be able to secure first place. I'm pretty sure of that. And he's doing exactly that. Only 700s behind the world record. oNio on his way to take first place in the grand final and qualify to the main event. Can he pull it off? Still 500s in front of JaviFlyer. Kappa has dropped down, so he's not gonna be able to challenge oNio. It's between... oh, Scrapie's down as well. JaviFlyer, the only one who can challenge oNio now. Can he make it though? oNio still in front. Just a few turns left here. JaviFlyer will need to risk the ending. oNio right now with the advantage. Coming up to the ending. 1 turn left for oNio, and he will make it through. oNio will qualify to the ESWC main event. Congratulations to oNio. So he's gonna join Cod Jr., Spam, Coons, Massa, Rayson, Saber, Tween, Royal, and Wally in Paris, France. But we still are going to decide one more player in this qualifier, and then of course, as mentioned, one more qualifier will take place next Sunday. And that was the last round of the map as well, which I think was good. It was good that oNio could secure it in his first attempt, because he might not be as comfortable on this next map, which we can take a closer look at. It's called ESWC 2015 Kranich. It's a duo track, Mero and Ace both build it. And the world record is by Pack, 101.835, set in the time attack seeding of this qualifier. Pack who went out in the consolidation final. Oh no, he went down in the loser bracket final. Sorry. Alright, warm-up round. This will be the final map of the event. Kappa is finalist and Scrapie still need one more round. But he needs to win it though to get the 10 points, otherwise he still won't be finalist. JaviFlyer has now reached 105 points, so he's still also in the run, but needs to do pretty well on this map. We see here that Scrapie is at top 2.89, top 3 actually, since Pack do have a faster time, but not in this steady. oNio is at top 9, JaviFlyer at top 11, and Kappa at top 17. So based on that, this might be bad news for Kappa, who got the slowest time. But again, the deadies don't really matter too much. It could maybe give you an idea at least, but it doesn't tell you the whole truth. So let's see now. Can Kappa do what oNio did, which is to win in his first match attempt? Here we go. And here is Kappa. Need to defeat the two Planet Key Dynamics players. Oh! As of JaviFlyer goes straight into the wall. It's up to Scrapie now. Needs to stay in front of Kappa. Here's the drop. An important part of the track. Both players building up good speed from it. So this is still possible that Kappa will not take second place, but he will pass Scrapie though in the next corner. Let's see how this next turn will go. Yeah, Scrapie with not as much speed. Kappa is on his way to take second place. 1500s in front of Scrapie. JaviFlyer is nowhere to be seen. This is it for Kappa now, and I don't think the ending is too difficult. This is a place where you can lose a bit of speed though. But it looks like Scrapie is not catching up. No, he's made an additional mistake. This should be it. Kappa, one turn left. Builds up good speed. And here's the finish line. Leading into the finish line, Kappa will take second place. And with that also a spot into the main event together with oNio, who took first place. Scrapie and JaviFlyer will have to try again next week. But I think they should have pretty good chances. Of course, that means that oNio and Kappa is no longer a threat. So they don't have to worry about them at least. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the tournament. oNio and Kappa advancing to the ESWC main event taking place in October this year. Not sure if I will be able to cast that event, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, that's gonna be it. oNio and Kappa will advance. GG!